Today is Thursday, June 13, 2024. I'm Pastor Michael, and this is Wilderness Wanderings. Our text is from John 15, verse 1 and 2. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. On Tuesday, we reflected on Jesus as our spiritual food. As much as our bodies need care and nourishment, so do our souls. However, soul care is more complicated than physical care. We know how to care for our bodies, even if we do not do it very well. There are professionals we can turn to for advice. But how do we care for our souls? What should we do to give our spirits the best chance to flourish? We know how a healthy body functions, but how does a healthy soul function? Are there professionals we can turn to? Yes. The church has always understood that one of the pastor's primary tasks is that of soul care. Physicians and physical trainers tend to be directive. They tell us what we should do. However, pastors rarely do. They usually ask questions, probing questions. We cannot have the same expectations of pastors as we do of doctors and trainers. If soul care seems daunting, then our text for today is encouraging. When it comes to soul care, God is the primary actor. He is the gardener. Our task is to abide in Jesus. We can ignore this or do things contrary to it, but we do have a role to play. We do have a role to play in caring and nourishing our souls, but, all caps, God is the gardener. The Father shapes us, prunes. He does this for fruit production. He will trim away attitudes and lifestyle choices that hinder spiritual fruit, such as love, joy, patience, etc. God's tools are His Word, His Spirit, His community. He will use things we experience, random people we encounter. He will till the soil of our lives, spread fertilizer. There will be times with lots of moisture and seasons of drought. Yes, it seems that God's best gardening happens when we do not see or experience much on the surface. Underground, God is at work. It's true that pruning sounds painful. Often it is. Yet, that God is gardener is good news, and it's encouraging. Learning to love, to live with joy and patience is tricky. There is no manual for it. Often, we have the experience that we are not making progress. And we get such varied advice. One person does this, another does that. Churches have different programs, different kinds of Bible studies. What do we do? Should we change our patterns, modify our spiritual discipline regimes? Since the spiritual disciplines are so varied, it is good to know that God is constantly at work in our lives, producing spiritual fruit. He is the gardener. He is tilling the soil of our lives. As we pray, read the scriptures, and observe our lives, we should be asking God to show us how He is gardening, what He is up to. What kind of fruit does He want to grow in us? This is why in pastoral practice, we pastors should be asking questions more than giving direction. It's our task to help God's people perceive what God is up to. If you haven't experienced growth or fruit lately, don't get discouraged. God is the gardener. He will cause fruit to grow. Fruit is essential for His mission in this world. He needs people who are Christ-like. Bearing fruit brings Him glory. It draws others to Him so that they too can share in the life of Christ. If we abide in Jesus, the fruit will come. Trust Him. The Father is the gardener. As you stay connected to the vine, may the peace of the Lord Christ go with you wherever He may send you. May He guide you through the wilderness, protect you through the storm. May He bring you home rejoicing at the wonders He has shown you. May He bring you home rejoicing once again into our